They come thundering down the waterfall now. Thompson chasing Uriarte. Beñat Fernandez falling back with Pratama. You can get, how about that? Up 9 places is Ramadipa from the start of the race, Peter.
Superb stuff. What's his thinking now? Is he still going after Ramadipa, or is he thinking to hold back Planks? Brian goes for the late break. Ramadipa goes late. Is he going to run wide? There it is. He wins in the Saxon Ring.
Assalamualaikum, halo semuanya. Jumpa lagi dengan Supriyan Satria di channel Bukaan Pengawal. Apa kabar teman-teman? Dimanapun kalian berada, saya doakan kalian selalu dalam kondisi baik dan sehat. Lanjutan kejuaraan Red Bull Rookies Cup musim 2025 tidak terasa sudah memasuki seri kelima teman-teman. Seri kelima musim ini akan berlangsung di sirkuit Sandschering Jerman pada hari Sabtu dan Minggu tanggal 12 sampai dengan tanggal 13 Juli 2025. Pemuncak klasemen perolehan poin sementara sampai saat ini masih dipegang pembalap asal Malaysia Hakim Danis dengan mengoleksi 148 poin, disusul pembalap Spanyol Brian Uriarte dengan 116 poin. Sementara di posisi ketiga dipegang pembalap Indonesia Dag-dig-dug Pratama dengan mengoleksi 92 poin. Di seri kelima ini, dua pembalap Indonesia, Dag-dig-dug Pratama dan Giandra Ramadipa, masing-masing akan start dari grid ke-7 dan ke-12. Jelas posisi yang kurang menguntungkan teman-teman. Race 1 yang berlangsung pada hari Sabtu kemarin, sirkuit Sandschering belum kering total teman-teman, maka diputuskan semua pembalap menggunakan bahan basah. Lintasan atau trek basah bisa dikatakan momok bagi sebagian besar pembalap teman-teman, di mana lintasan lebih licin dan daya cengkeram ban cenderung menurun. Sebagai informasi, dua pembalap Indonesia di ajang Red Bull Rookies Cup memiliki tipikal yang berbeda teman-teman. Seperti kebanyakan pembalap, Dag-dig-dug Pratama lebih percaya diri ketika balapan di trek kering, sedangkan Giandra Ramadipa cukup nyaman saat turun di trek basah. Ini terbukti di Eropa Talent Cup beberapa waktu yang lalu saat dirinya mampu menaklukkan sirkuit Manikos dengan finish 4 besar. Oke teman-teman, seperti apa jalannya race 1? Apakah hasil manis double winner Dag-dig-dug Pratama di Mugello beberapa waktu yang lalu dan podium juara Giandra Ramadipa di seri Perancis kemarin menambah kepercayaan diri keduanya?
I give my best, I just do my best and I try to be clever.
Buat teman-teman pecinta balap, silakan simak dan tonton ringkasan videonya berikut ini.
Didn't recognise him with his helmet there, to be fair. He looks so different than normal.
That's right, and I thought we were going to get a shot there actually of the man sitting in the pit lane, and it's his second time that he's been caught short for that. So instead of being to the back of the grid, he has to start from the pit lane. Or Marco Morelli starts from the pit lane, and but of course it's a Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup action. And away they go. Capuchin gets it rolling well. Carter Thompson a little better. In fact, it's Carter Thompson that takes up the lead. But the 51 is there. It is our man Brian Uriarte who leads into the first corner. And you can see that dry line forming.
Place. How about that? It's Mounty who's gone down. That's a disaster for his race-winning chances or anything like that.
You ruined it. It's all your fault. Right, we'll keep stopping. Right, 51 it is. Brian Uriarte that leads then. And let's just see what he can make of this. He's a thinking man here. I think he's got the intelligence, and there's number 5 of Ramos. Well. I cursed him.
Actually, that he's battling with in the background. Yes, Plonk's just overtaken him. We've got Ramadipa, the number 32, now going up the inside of Singapore. There with his Asia Talent Cup compatriots out of the final corner. They come to complete that one.
And Brian, head down then, 16 laps remaining. Carter Thompson in second place, head down, trying to reason just how Brian is making this work so well for him. The track is drying out.
Terrible start for Christian Daniel Jr. The American down into 17th spot now behind Lucas Brown, the Brit. Molignane up into 15th as well ahead of them. So we're well spread out already, Peter.
And I saw Vader Patama make a move there. I think he's up into 4th place. He doesn't want to see Brian disappear over there after Brian Uriarte. And Benyat Fernandez is towing the rest of the guys behind him. Vader Patama is there as well. But it's up to Carter Thompson to chase Brian Uriarte.
The benchmark is a 1 minute 40 lap time. That's what the leading duo was setting that time around.
Down off the waterfall, and Brian is being closed upon by Carter Thompson. Superb stuff.
In the Age of Talent Cup, they love a wet race or two. Over there, you can see that drawing line getting thicker and wider every time we come around then. This will be very interesting to see how this race changes. 15 laps, even with a short lap time around here, is a long way to go.
It is.
50 on his head, and on either side of the front fairing, you've got
towards the end of the left hand of this climb here, and it's a lot steeper climb than you can see on the TV screen there. And then you go over the top of the hill here, still holding the same gear. Flick it right and go down, and there goes Carter Thompson. That's a brave move. That is a very brave.
What an overtake that is! But has he made it stick? Perhaps not. Uriarte kept it pinned, tries to go at the inside, but no! So we have a new leader then. It's Carter Thompson, the number 50 now. And the other riders, they're 1.4 again, if a little bit further back as well. So I think he can stick there for now, can't he?
It'd be interesting to see what the gap now is between Vader Patama and the leading duo. At the moment, it's 1.5 seconds. Oh, and a big slide for Brian Uriarte. That's a warning shot.
He can set off his airbag, actually. We can ask him after the race, as we do have a changeover for 3rd place. Ramadipa, the rider who actually won the European Talent Cup race last weekend, he will find himself...
Superb stuff.
0.8 of a second now. So Indonesia well on the hunt. They had a double winner in Rookies Cup last time out. Will they have yet another? Are the Indonesians going to be dominating the cup from here on in? Of course, we do have just 3 rounds left, 6 races left in 2025. You've got to back all the points you can get. How about that? Up 9 places is Ramadipa from the start of the race, Peter.
Superb stuff. And of course, as I said, Brian Uriarte had a big slide. That was a warning. So he knows that he's pushing the limits, but he's having a look up the inside of Carter Thompson there into the first right-hander.
Entry is Dinesh closing in on Singapore now a bit, so he's finding his groove a bit. Do you think this is sort of what happens? You know, he's feeling really nervous at lunch, but once he gets into the groove out on track, he knows I do think maybe his airbag didn't go off and he's just been a bit more elbows out, so there we go. He is leading the way, takes the strip off the radiator. Thompson fighting still for 2nd spot with Ramadipa. That dry line well and truly formed in the braking zone now. Pratama.
And that's really giving it, and we've got another, oh dear, that is the end of Marco Morelli's race. He was nowhere either. You know, he started from the pit lane.
Looks like he just ran on, to be honest.
Yeah, and I noticed before he was right down the back of the field too, not having fun at all. You're looking back at the 54 a little bit later, and Ramadipa had to back out of it.
This is absolutely quality, a dead heat over the line it looks. Wow, yeah, it was Uriarte 12 thousandths of a second separating the two of them. That time around we have a 4-way fight for the lead, or do we, Peter? Because Gonzalez set a lap there, 1 second.
You know, he's already thinking in those terms. Yeah, it is really a broad dry line down here, and certainly with you know, 8 laps and a few corners to go, these tyres are going to be past their best very soon. It's still the advantage to Kianda Ramadipa, 54 of Vader Patama in 3rd place, behind Brian Uriarte. Out onto the start and finish to complete another lap. Just 8 remaining.
Over the line we go then. So there we have Patama side by side with Uriarte. That is as close as you like. It pushes him wide. Patama, he loves to get his elbows out, doesn't he? Absolutely quality. On their feet, it will make front page news if they were to get a 1-2
The social channels would go absolutely mad, won't they? Absolutely mad. Fantastic stuff. And he's pulling away. Ramadipa's pulling away. Now Vader knows that he's got to stick with him here, because it's he's pulling out sort of of a couple of meters every corner at the moment. Up the hill they go. Is there anything that Vader can do about it now that he's up into a clear second place? Tarmac.
Danish up to 7th place now, ahead of Singapore. Benyak through towards the final corner. Singapore looking behind him. He's going to see Zen Mitani right there. Zen could find himself actually in 7th spot if Danish isn't careful.
As you said, the Japanese, along with the Indonesians and the Thais, know all about riding in the wet. And Zen showing what you say to be absolutely...
The Frenchman absolutely on one here. What's his lap time going to be? Is there Kiatsiak Singapong there? Mike Yu, impressive stuff, as is Brian Uriarte into the penultimate corner. Goodness me, that was good.
The way he went past Vader Panama, the double winner from Mugello, is absolutely superb. But there is the 24 of Guillaume Planck into the last corner. Brian uses all the road. It's absolutely bone dry where they are at the moment. No, he hasn't done it.
No, certainly not. Well then, as they cross the line, it will be 4 laps to go. Normally at this point, things are getting hectic with the big old group, but no, it is the high-speed game of chess. Away we go then. Personal best lap that time around for Uriarte, 140 points.
Back at the Frenchman on the 24. Over the top of the hill and right, the gap is still just...
Wowee, nearly 3 abreast through the waterfall. That's Rookies Cup at its best, but Uriarte was by far the bravest through turn 11 that time around. You can't just pull out a couple of tenths gap through one singular corner without supreme
on their knees in the dry, so that they're not leaning over quite as far before they feel the track whiffling past them underneath their knees.
Holding back Plonk and Patami. You can see the fishtailing going on there down the start and finish straight. Ramadipa, this is, well, he knows how to do the business in the European Talent Cup. He's learning how to do it in the Red Bull Rookies Cup as well now. It could be 3 wins on the bounce for Indonesia, ladies and gents. It'll be front page news with a different face on the front.
So he's got Planck right on his tail now, and Planck has got a superb slipstream. Vader's picking up the slipstream of both of them. Who's going to fan out? It's a wide, dry line going into the corner now, but none of them are brave enough to stick it up the inside.
Oh, that very much. But what is he playing at the moment? I'm just not sure.
And the gap hasn't increased really on that. It's 1.3, you know, it's about the same as it was the previous lap. It's well less than that 0.774 on screen. And Vader Pachama going past, oh, Guillaume Planck there. He can see what's happening ahead of him, but Planck...
straight back at him, Guillaume, well done.
But you can see as they flashed out of the screen just how...
versus Uriarte, who's your money on as they cross the line? 1 lap to go in Rookies Cup here in Germany. Pratama, it's Indonesia, 1 and 3 at the moment. Will it be 1-2? Who knows?
Brian goes for the late break. Ramadipa goes late. Is he going to run wide? He cuts across Brian's nose. Absolutely superbly. That was harsh but fair. Absolutely superb stuff from Ramadipa.
It's like Willie chasing down this time. Uriarte right on the back of Ramadipa coming into the final 2 turns, Peter.
And surely he's going to try it on the brakes here. He's not going to wait the last. He goes alongside him. He's going on the brakes.
Wow.
Late. It's a dry line through here. He can't afford to let it run wide too. Then it's just the last corner, and it's Brian who has the advantage on the black stuff. That's okay. Who can go up the inside? No, Brian, surely. If he gets a good drive, he's had a lousy drive a couple of times, but he's only going to keep it safe now. He's going to take this one. Brian Uriarte it is. He wins in the Saxon Ring.
Wow, what a win that was. Look at that for a wheelie as well. Brian Wealthy won. A stand-up wheelie ahead of Ramadipa, and Plonk got 3rd ahead of Pratama. But look at this, Peter. Danish comes across the line, 10th position he will have. Only just, oh goodness me. Agostinelli is going to be behind him.
That was superb, wasn't it? I mean, I said that Vader, you know, was looking at winning this, and he ended up 4th.
And how important was that for Brian Uriarte, Peter? Almost in favour of Uriarte. Goodness me.
To me, that was an incredible ride, because he had, he had some big slides there. There'll be every reason to say, ooh, you know.
I'm Uriarte today, but Kianja Ramadipa, gotta be delighted with that. Indonesia on the podium once again, but it's a different name.
What a great ride. Absolutely brilliant stuff.
And what about the Frenchman? Guillaume Plonk, 3rd position. Wowee.
He pulled fought his way through there to take the lead. Absolutely brilliant, and he is very happy indeed.
Yeah, it's been a crazy race. Ramadipa was pushing a lot. I tried to make a small gap on the beginning.
Yeah, it's very long race. I leading the race and I just want to finish the race. I feel the tire is finished in the last, and I just say to myself, just don't crash. I don't care somebody overtake me, but I just control my ego and just I try to finish the race. And thanks to Astra Honda Racing Team and all the Indonesian people who always support me. This is for Indonesia.